Hi, good evening, everyone. In addressing the issue of tribalism in Nigeria, I have come to a conclusion that I won't blame an Hausa man criticizing Yoruba man again. I won't blame an Yoruba man criticizing Hausa man. And I won't blame Yoruba man criticizing Igbo criticizing Yorubas, and so on and so forth. Because I have come to realize that nations, when I mean nations, I'm talking about indigenous people. They are not meant to live with other indigenous people in a particular place called a country. This is what I mean. I took time to study the causes of civil wars right from time. And in the present world now, there are some places we have instability. If you talk about Ukraine and Russia, why are they fighting? They are fighting because there are differences between these two people. Now, Ukraine, they have gone on their own, they are in their own country, but they had agreement with Russia that, oh, we are not going to join your enemies. We are not going to rapport with your enemies. We are not going to join our military with your enemies. Who are Russia's enemies? They are the West. There are little differences between them. They can't live together. Then, they are part of Ukraine, like Donetsk and some other places like that. These people are the indigenous Russian people. Russia say what? This war about Ukraine can end in a day. If you people can just give us these places because they are our people. That is the only option the Russian government, led by Vladimir Putin, is putting on the table. Now, I want to talk about China and Taiwan. When you look at China and Taiwan, the problem there is because these people have a different, culture, a little bit different in culture, a little bit different in ideology, and Taiwan had to align with the West. There is a problem there. Come to talk of the Palestine and the Israel. Religious differences, cultural differences a little bit, we have problem there. So when you come to a country like Nigeria, as heterogeneous as Nigeria is supposed not to be in one country. Nigeria has nothing to do with one country. There is a reason why God did not create Nigeria to be in one country. I know we have artificial boundaries made by people, man-made, but that is the reason why we are suffering, we are dying. Everything is not just going on well with us. Now, before I will tell you the reason why Nigeria will continue to experience what she's experiencing now, let me take you around the world a little bit. Now, when you look at Europe, you used to hear about Roman Empire, the Latin Empire before. Now, there have been a lot of war, civil war in Europe before. For this civil war to end, these people had to disintegrate. When you look at France, Portugal, Spain, Italy, these people are supposed to be one. They are part of the Roman Empire. These people speak their languages. They are coined out from Latin. The Italiano, the French, the Portuguese, the Spanish, that is the Spanish. All of them are supposed to be Latin. They're supposed to be living in one country. But there are a little bit diversity that these people cannot cope together. They have their own country. Even in Spain, because they are a group of people who don't feel well with the culture of the Spanish people, the Catalonians. They said they need their own country. And about 5 years ago, there were a little bit instability there. And time will come, they'll have their own country. Come to talk of Italy. In Italy here, we still have two countries. We have the Vatican City and San Marino. These are two different countries. They have their own passport. They live their own independent country, but they are still in Italy here. They are very little. Smaller than the smallest state in Nigeria, but they are still living and they are prospering. Now, when you look at Europe, all these small countries, they are the richest countries and the most developed countries in the world. Talk about Luxembourg, Holland, Germany, all these Dutch countries. They are supposed to be one country, but there are a little bit diversity among them. They couldn't stay together. They separated, and now they are living fine. No struggle. No war, no civil war, nothing. Now, when you talk about the Soviet Union, they have scattered. But I can't even mention all of them, including the Georgia, the Crimea, the Ukraine, the Russia. All these people were under the Soviet Union. There have been wars upon wars. Diversity has never been a strength of any nation. So it can't start with Nigeria. I'm saying this because I always want people to understand that it is better for Nigeria to go in their separate ways in confederation. Like in European Union, if you are living in Holland, in Germany, or in Italy, you can feel free to go to any other country because they are in European Union. You can feel free to travel to any other country and stay there. But when it comes to their own country, they have their own rules, their own law, their own culture, and so on and so forth, their own language. So if Nigeria can live in confederation or in regionalism, that could solve a lot of problems. We have different law, we administrate different territories. In the northern part of Nigeria, they are not compatible with Nigerian law. Yes, calm down so that you understand what I'm saying. If they are compatible with Nigerian law, tell me why or what Sharia law is doing in Nigeria. We have Sharia court, we have Sharia police. We have all those, whether it's Hizbah, I don't know what they used to call them. All these people are promoting their own culture of Islam, their own culture. You can't drink beer in the public. If they are fasting, they see you eating, they can stone you to death. They stone Deborah to death. What is her crime? In a school WhatsApp group, people are posting religious things, and Deborah said, this is not meant for religious things. This is for educational purpose. We are posting things about our schools here. They stoned her to death. They said it was a blasphemy. It was blasphemous. That is what they alleged. Up to today, the person that killed her showed the match. He said, yes, I killed her. The government did not arrest her. Nobody arrested him because the person is a male. Do you know why they did not arrest him? Because in that region, the law permits you to do that. They call it blasphemy. Some people will go and sing. They will charge them for blasphemy in court. And we say we are in one country. So we have been deceiving ourselves for too long. We have been lied to for too long. We are not meant to be together. If an Hausa man becomes president, Igbos, Yorubas, the South, there will be problem. If Yoruba man becomes the president, the North, there will be problem. If Igbo man even dare to campaign for presidency, there will be problem. Bigotry. There is a problem. So the only option for Nigeria to live in peace, without crisis, without civil war, and so on and so forth, is for us to democratically separate this entity called a country. We must democratically, because when I mean democratically, I mean willingly. There is no need of war, but I don't think people who are holding powers, enjoying billions, embezzling the money that belongs to the poor people, I don't think these people will have the courage to come out and say, okay, no problem, you people should go on your own separate ways. That is where the problem lies. Do they have the courage to do that? What will it take to do that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It doesn't take anything to do that. But they will continue to protect a nation, and the people that are dying will be dying. And that is why anytime I see any leader that is supervising the death of people, including the Israel, the Hamas, the Russia, the Ukraine, all of them are fools. I mean, their leaders, not their people. Their leaders are fools, and they are a bunch of idiots. I made a video when Ukraine war started. I said, if I am to be the president of Ukraine, what Russia is doing is absolutely wrong, inhuman. It's not good. But if I am the president of Ukraine, what I should do, I will just negotiate with Russia to save innocent people from dying. President Zelensky, whether I pronounce his name well, I don't know. He was an actor before he assumed the position of the presidency. Now, I think he's still acting, because as far as I'm concerned, this Russia and Ukraine war that is going on, so many wars going on, I call them acting, because the real people are dying. If 4 people died in Russia, 4 people died in Ukraine, the equivalent to Joe Biden, Vladimir Putin, Zelensky, Benjamin, whether, I don't know, the Prime Minister of Israel. So, if these people are the ones dying, would there be war today? We are all souls. The same thing is happening in Nigeria. Yes, the same thing is happening in Nigeria. People just want to keep people together and be suffering. God did not create us to be together. And God, who created us, knows the reason why he did not create Nigeria together. God knows the reason why he did not create Nigeria together. Because we are not meant to be together. Borders have been dividing us. You have a brother in another state. You have a brother in another country. You have Yoruba people in another country. These are the works of the colonial people. And unless we arise to stop this, it will continue, and we will continue to suffer. What baffles me most of the time, I am not doubting that if we have a good leader, things will get better, right? I'm not doubting that. But the political change, the political regime change is not the hope of the people. So if you are changing regime, you think you bring another person, it will become better. It will only get worse. Sometimes, I know so many African leaders are incompetent. But so many of them, it's not because they are incompetent. It's because of the structure, the system that they have come to meet. It's because of the system. And things will continue to go worse and worse. I am talking about the solution. I'm talking about the solution to our problems. And until we realize that this is what we ought to do, we are not going to go away with this. Let me know what you think about this.